guys, Christina here, and today I wanted to go through some tips and give some suggestions on how to save money when homeschooling. If you're new here, we have 5 children, and as of this fall, they will be in preschool, grade 2, grade 5, grade 6, and grade 8, and we're heading into our 5th year homeschooling. Now I'm going to jump right in, and first of all, you need to find out what's available to you locally, what supports there are, whether that's through your local school, your school district, your province, territory, state, or maybe there's exemptions, deductions, you have a charter school you can go through, some kind of tax credit. Find out what's available to you first, right off the bat, that you automatically receive. Here in Alberta, we're eligible for up to $850 reimbursement, or if you do a teacher-led online, they pay for curriculum and everything for you. Then find out for things like printing. Sometimes if you're affiliated with a school, they'll let the parents use the printer, or they have curriculum or a curriculum library where they'll lend things out. Also, school sports, sometimes children can attend sports or teams of a local school. So that's something to ask about. Next is you want to look at free options. There are a lot of free curriculums out there. The Good and the Beautiful is one that I use that I've talked about. Their language arts levels 1 through 5 and one of their science units are free to download. Khan Academy is another one I've heard of, but there are a lot of them out there. Just Google free homeschool curriculum, you'll get lots of options. Look at the government. So through our local government, we've received information on voting, like voting kits that they've put together for teachers. We've also received things from like the Canadian Mint, the Office of Official Languages. We received posters from them. They have printable things on their website. So look around and see what you have available to you there. Also, free sites, buy nothing sites. People give away curriculum. They do, I do even. So have a look on there if there's something you're looking for, or keep an eye out. Borrowing items. This is a no-brainer. If you know someone who maybe isn't teaching that grade this year that you need, maybe they'd be willing to loan it to you. The library. So one of the libraries I was with before, they had a $5 credit per month per library card. There's 7 of us. So we got $35 worth of free printing every month, and I would go and just print part of the curriculum that I needed and then kind of build it up so that when I needed it, I had everything that I needed without paying anything. Library sometimes has curriculum. I know ours has like Life of Fred, Story of the World. They also have some curriculum choice, like Kathy Duffy, I think her name is. She has a book of 100 different curriculums. They have those. They have homeschool parenting books. So check out your local library as well as any interlibrary loan systems. They also have digital sites through our library, things like Hoopla, which is audiobooks and documentaries and movies, Rosetta Stone, which is a language learning program. So really find out what your library offers in terms of those kind of programs. Now our library also offers things like documentaries, courses, sometimes they have, like they had a coding one for the kids, or they have a book club or an author's, like Learn to Write. So the library and community services is a great place to get free resources from. Another idea is a curriculum tester or a proofreader. So Smart Start in Language Arts is one that we used a number of years ago, and the curriculum developer was actually putting out some higher levels and looking for families who would be willing to keep track of any spelling errors, any questions they had, in exchange for the curriculum for free. So that's something you can always look out for. Then moving on to discounts. Any company whose curriculum you're interested in, make sure you sign up for like their website, if they have an email place, a newsletter to sign up for, follow them on social media, because they'll let you know about like seasonal sales, overstock sales. Sometimes they have special sales like Dent and Scratch, free limited time offers, like the Good and Beautiful does that. Sometimes they'll put out a new science unit and it'll be free to download for a week or something. Funschooling was another one that recently gave one of their books. You could download it for free through their Facebook and Instagram page, I think. And contests. You want to enter contests for any curriculum you're interested in, because that could give you a huge discount or it could give you free curriculum. Coupons is another one. Some companies do send out coupons. I know there's Canadian Home Education Resources here in Calgary. They offer every spring a coupon. Other ones offer like Black Friday coupons. And then there's store ones too. Michael's is a store that I constantly use their coupons because I can go in and get art supplies at 50-40% off. Reward points. So here we have PC points. You can use those for things like art supplies, science experiments, coloring tools, notebooks. Air Miles is another one. Sometimes you can get discounts at stores through Air Miles. And TELUS is actually another one too. If you have TELUS rewards, then you can get your internet reduced cost, you can get movies, you can get passes different places. Back to school time is a great time to stock up on your basics, like these behind me, pencil crayons, markers, notebooks, that type of thing. Garage sales is another place to look. Sometimes homeschoolers have garage sales, and I know sometimes they'll get together in groups and do like a curriculum homeschool garage sale all together. Secondhand sites, Kijiji, Garage Sale, Facebook Marketplace, as well as stores like Value Village or the smaller independent secondhand stores. Value Village is one I found a lot of novels at, but things like Facebook Marketplace is a great place for secondhand curriculum, and it can save you money there. Book sales, we have a local book sale we've been to a number of times. They have lots of secondhand books that they sell. They also have art supplies and newer books as well. Teacher, student, and school discounts. So the school authority I'm with does provide me with a teacher ID card, so I'm able to get teacher discounts at places like Michael's, museums, field trips, if they have like a school rate, if there's another family that wants to join you so you get the minimum number. Sometimes they have homeschooling days already set up. We recently went to BC, we went to an aquarium there and they offered a teacher discount, and so my husband and I, because we had our teacher ID cards, got in, I think it was free. So those are some options. Places also like Apple computers, they have student and teacher discounts. Always ask what discounts are available to you. Another idea is to do a subject as a co-op. So that means different families come together once a week, once every 2 weeks, and you do the subject together. That way you're really only buying the curriculum for one set of curriculum, but multiple people are using it and multiple families are sharing the cost of it. Another example is we used to go to a library games day where everybody would bring their games and we would play, so the kids could experience different educational games, but I wasn't necessarily the one who had to buy all those games. Group orders, this is another one. If you're going to be placing an order for a curriculum and you have other families around you that are going to be using the same curriculum, ask them about placing a larger order together. The Good and the Beautiful, I know they do a 10% discount for orders over $1,000. But check with any company or anything. We recently bought some posters for our wall, and I split the shipping with 2 other families because it worked out that we could all save some money doing it that way. Consider PDFs versus the physical curriculum, especially if you have multiple children. If you're going to be printing like handwriting for 3, 4, 5 children, it makes a lot more sense to buy the PDF for $10 or $12 and print it yourself than to constantly be buying those books for the kids. Now, when it comes to things like classes or like sports and arts and all those extra things, look at off times. What I mean by that is things like we went to a local, it's a museum, but they also have laser tag and mini golf, and they offered a special homeschool rate if you came, I think it was a Wednesday morning, because that was the quietest time of the day for them and they wanted to get more business in. And some businesses you'll find are like that. If there's something you want to do, if you approach them and say, hey, well, there's a group of us who wants to come for an art class, could we do it during the day, would you give a discount? They'll often say yes to it. And small businesses are a good one to approach for that as well because they have more flexibility as well. But anywhere where the space is empty during the day, ask them. Always ask about sibling or volunteer discounts. Recent example, my children wanted to do an adventure running program. We had 4 that we wanted to register. I sent them an email and just said, hey, we're interested, we have 4 kids. Do you offer any sibling discounts? They came back to me and said, we don't. However, we're short a volunteer, and if you want to volunteer during this time, we'll only charge you for 2 of your children. Now, wasn't my cup of tea, but it was my husband's, and he really enjoyed it, and we only paid for 2 of the children. So always ask about siblings, discounts, volunteer discounts, homeschool discount, parent discount, any discount you can ask for. Look at discount sites. So I know in the States they have like Thrift Books is a website. We can use bookdepot.ca here in Canada. It's very cheap books if you do need to buy some books though. Another one is local discounts. Here in Alberta, we have the Alberta History Annual Pass. You pay a fee and you can get into multiple historical sites. So if you're studying Alberta, that's a really good option. Other places to look are things like Groupon. Sometimes they have activities or museums where you can get in at a discounted cost. Another one is computers for kids. We've used this once before. It was $40 for a laptop. It's a refurbished laptop. It held up through the year. I'd say it was good for about 2 years, but for $40, it worked to have our children be able to have a laptop to use. Next thing is to invest on quality things. So things like, I'm gonna say the name wrong, Taiga Condura pencils, I don't know, the best pencils they're called. We used to go through a ton of pencils, and so last year I bought, I think it was a 72 pack, and we went through 2 to 3 pencils per child, and that was it. They truly last, and they are definitely worth the money. And so investing in quality things, you'll go through a lot less. Also an EcoTank printer. We bought ours about 18 months ago. We have yet to have to buy ink for it. It is amazing. It prints so many pages. Like I print a lot and we have not had to refill it. I also like how compact it is, and it's a scanner and a copier, which comes in handy. The other thing I have is a binding machine. I invested in that. Again, I bought coils in bulk. I also bought some with other families to split the boxes and the shipping. But because I bind constantly, it's been very, very much worth it. If you're in Alberta, it is reimbursable as well. So then some other things. Fundraising is an option. Investy Seeds is one place here in Canada where they can set up a fundraiser for you as a homeschooler, selling plants and seeds. But I mean, you can do other things too. Bake sales, book sales, bottle drives. Really anything you can think of can help you to fundraise to cover the costs. You can sell curriculum when you're done with it, which is the beauty of curriculum. Also working. Our family does a paper route through the winter, and this goes towards kind of fun stuff, which is sometimes museum or field trip type things to help pay for those. Also entrepreneurial markets for the kids. If there's something they're interested in making, have them learn about business, and it's a great opportunity to earn some money to put back towards their education. Gifts is another one. Anytime you have birthdays, Christmas, ask for educational gifts, plan educational gifts. Think outside the box. This is a big one I'm always saying on everything. Look at liquidation stores. There's a place in Calgary called Princess Auto, and they have educational material there. I mean, who would have thought an auto store would have it? But they have some educational like models and building things. So look everywhere you go, really. And then the last thing is just shipping. If you're in Canada, you're shipping or international, look at border services. I find they do save a lot of money, or making a trip down to the border if you need to, if it's an option. And then just some general advice is don't buy everything when you first start. Take it slow, because I think that parents tend to overbuy when they start to homeschool. I was the same way. And then you don't end up using a lot of those things. So just buy what you absolutely need and slowly add in through the year what you find you truly do need. And then just a few words about homeschooling in the end. Keep in mind that when you make the decision to homeschool over sending your children to school, you are saving on things like transportation, you're saving on clothing, you know the 2 pairs of runners every kid has to have, and things getting lost. You're saving on the extra money they're asking for field trips and fundraising all the time, as well as cheaper meals because you're able to make your meals at home. So hopefully that has helped given you some ideas on how to save money when you are homeschooling. I'm sure I've missed some because this is not an exhaustive list. If you have any tips to add, please comment down below so other parents can see them. And if you have any questions, leave them there as well. Otherwise, I hope this has found you having a great day. Take care.